Back when nothing truly mattered and we hadn't had a clue. We fell in to play the game. Nothing would ever be the same. There were times when there was laughter. There were times when there was joy. But they took it all away for the pleasure in our pain. Welcome to our whole new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we know. Welcome to our whole new world. All the lion tried to hide away from the scars we made. This is your chance to understand we did not design this plan that was built for you. There's nothing you can do. This is my warning, this is your sign that you can't go running high. We will fight for you. You know it to be true. Welcome to our whole new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we know. Welcome to our whole new world. All the lion tried to hide away from the scars we made. From the scars we Welcome to our whole new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we made. Welcome to our whole new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we made. Welcome to our whole new world. All the lions tried to hide away from the scars we made. Welcome to Back when nothing truly mattered and we hadn't had a clue. We fell in to play the game. Nothing would ever be the same. There were times when there was laughter. There were times when there was joy. But they took it all away for the pleasure in our pain. Welcome screaming louder through the range, through burns and the glow of the pixel blaze. The rubber moves roll with a fist clenched tight. Your TV lights up the endless night. Fight to fight, we live the speed. Our TV feeds our endless game. Heartbeats pound and engines cry. Best broadcast under the virtual sky. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Turn the wheel through the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul.
2. And welcome, guys, back to Nerd TV for a Thursday broadcast for the PSRA Fixed ARCA Series. This time, coming at you live from Rockingham Speedway. Is a really excited fan right there, way in the infield. Just frozen of how excited he is. Look at this. We're at Rockingham, boys, on a fine Thursday evening. We're going to see the challenges that this track and car combination are going to present. We'll talk about it because it has been a story all practice long. There's your weather. 79 degrees in the sky, 71% humidity, partly cloudy, 6-mile-an-hour winds. That will not play a factor in tonight's race. So, my name is Jeremy Sexton, a.k.a. Jay Swifty. To my right-hand side is my co-partner, producer, many things, Mr. Dustin Slutston. What's going on, man?
Not too much there, Mr. Jeremy Sexton. No, but it's Rockingham, man. I had to sit here and move our cameras over. Somehow they completely got off center, and we were way over to the left-hand side of the screen. I'm not sure how that even took place, but yeah, it's Rockingham. You know, we talked about this car and track combination, and it is playing tough for these drivers right now. The weather and the car track combination. One word, Jeremy. One word. Loose. Loose, loose, loose. That is all I've been hearing from drivers all practice long so far. These cars are a handful. You already see them fishtailing coming out of the corner. These drivers are going to have their hands full. You can see what's already taken place, Jeremy. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, man. It's just there's an admin discussion about if there's 6 cars or less in this race, and it's over 25 to go, they will throw the flag, restack them, re-rack them, and go 25 laps to the checker. So we'll see what that entails a little bit as this 125 lap race progresses. But it's qualifying time. Time to get our faces off your screen, and so we're gonna go here. On board with some of these drivers. Now, Loose is the name of the game. That makes sense with your new last name, Mr. Dustin. So, let's go on with on these cars and see what we got.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see these drivers go out there and try to qualify right now. Some drivers were having a little bit of a better handling on the Loose car that is here, but I'm wondering some of the qualifying times if we're going to have drivers be able to put down some, solid qualifying times. Riding on board with Vincent Short right now as he crosses the line for what is his first time lap at 24.89, and he's still ripping it, Jeremy. He still feels that there's some speed in this car. Now, I've heard it all before. Anybody that has been part of racing in any way, shape, or form, Loose is fast. You even it out in the corners. And that's the issue is these drivers are trying to even it out in the corners, and it's snapping loose big time coming out of the corners. But I tell you what, these drivers are going to give it one hell of a shot. They're going to give it an attempt right now. Bobby Hamilton Jr. tops the charts at a 24.41 for the driver of the 25. And we still got drivers that are out there right now trying to put some time down, Jeremy.
Yeah, we got 6 times post out of the 15 entries for tonight's race. That's starting to file in. We're going to keep logging them down as we're on board. Looks like Who is that car? I think
That's John Freeman. And a new number, not his normal number. He stole Steve Rada's number. That put Rada in the 9, who that's somebody else's number. So, yeah, it's just been, it's all over.
Yeah, it's stealing numbers, and he didn't even change it on the door panel. He still has 42 on the car, so how are you going to change someone's number in the session and then don't put that same number on the door? I don't know. That's bizarre, but we're doing things live on this Thursday evening for the ProSim Racing Alliance. Race at Rockingham. Look at this line. There is some grip up there in that outside.
Loose. Oh, man. And that was Corey Bigley. And that's what we were talking about, Jeremy. Like, these cars will stick. They seem like they're planted pretty good, but then when you get to a certain point about the apex of the corner off, and the entire weight jacking of these cars just changes. And then the driver feels like that they are chasing the car more with the throttle. Then it gets that death wobble in it. And from what we've been told from some of the drivers, once it kicks sideways like that, there's no bringing it back. A lot of drivers have that skill to counter steer. They can work the gas, brake, bring it back. But this one here, when it starts sliding like that and the front tires grip, it snaps it the complete opposite direction almost every time.
And it's so bad off of turn 4. Turn 2 is really sharp, so if your car gets a little loose, it's going to be a handful. But turn 4 is more of a sweeping corner with the bumps. And when you have a sweeping corner, high banked with bumps, and then your car gets loose, it is like you are just chasing the thing halfway down the straightaway, because that straightaway never actually straightens out. It's a D-shape, mile-long track here, and it's just there's no brake dust. When you come off turn 4, you're continuously turning the car, and if you're loose, you're going to lose so much speed, and that's the name of the game tonight. So we're going to try to catch all the moments. There's going to be some contact to that turn 4 wall off into the straightaway. I guarantee it. Probably at least, I'm going to say over/under 8 times. I might go over.
Over. I would go over on that for sure. But no, I mean, you touched base on it big time. The only time these drivers are really off the wheel and straight to a degree is that backstretch where you just seen Keenan Kimber go down, but they're really not off the wheel, Jeremy. You've seen how rough that backstretch is. This is the old version of the track, pre the new pavement that we haven't got on the service yet. So, I mean, it's a rough backstretch. They're still working the wheel on that backstretch, but like you said, that sweeping front stretch from turn 4 to turn 1, it's a constant degree turning on it. So these guys are going to get a workout for sure.
Big workout here as we are 2-1. Session complete. Bobby Hamilton Jr. will snag tonight's pole for race number 6 of this Fixed ARCA Series. Quick rundown of the points, by the way, through the first 5 races. Here's your current top 5. It's Rodney Roberts, who's got a nice lead, 41 points over second place Billy Bigley Jr. And then it gets really tight for a little bit. Dominic Bettini, he's 2 back of second place. And then you have Brandon Schumann, who is 4 points out of second place. And then your 5th place person is John Freeman, who is 6 points out. So between second and 6th, really, all within 6 points, Dustin. That's a really tight margin, and there could be a lot of flip-flopping in the standings after this one's over. Do we have Dustin?
Yes, we do. Sorry, I was getting some race communication from race stewards there, and I was not able to let you know beforehand, so I apologize on that. So race stewards here for PSRA, just trying to make sure that the production team is on par with any changes going on. So a good group of admins here. They always try to keep us in the loop so that we can keep every one of you guys in the loop on what's going on. And that way we don't kind of look goofy and trying to guess what's going on. So we very much appreciate that.
Very good. Yeah, last time I had a couple pauses like that, internet's been down. So I just wanted to make sure you were live and well.
Oh, no, baby. We live, and we having fun here as we just kicked it over, Jeremy. It's time to sit here and start getting ready.
That cloud just came out of nowhere.
It did.
It wasn't there. Now it's there.
It's magic.
It's magic. Hooray. Well, here we go. Here's the starting lineup for race number 6 at Rockingham. It's going to be Bobby Hamilton Jr. and John Freeman in row 1. Row 2, Brandon Schumann and Corey Bigley. Row 3, Ryan Chapman and Dominic Bettini. Row 4, Rodney Roberts, your points leader, and Matt Nicholson. Row 5 will be Vincent Short, Case Rockford. Row 6, Steve Rada and Keenan Kimber. Row 7, Mark Truxell and Joshua Ingram. And the last person to take field here, P15, the number 8 of Peyton Wagner. And there's your starting lineup here. 4 is, I guess, what we're calling this race, is Welcome to the Rock for race 6. And we're going to go, I think they go 1 pace lap, Dustin. It's a mile track, so you never know.
I think it's like Dover. I believe it's like Dover. Dover is exactly a mile as well, so I think you're correct, Jeremy. I think it's 1 pace lap as they go around for the parade lap, and then we'll get the green.
Very good, very good. I got my autocorrect in full song tonight. And do 1 pace lap, 125 scheduled laps. There is a stipulation, and we will bring that up a little bit later if it has to come to fruition. I already kind of touched base on it earlier, but I'm not going to repeat it until we have to. So, all right, now 125 laps. We're waiting for the pace car to roll, and there we go. We're going to start on the front stretch, not on pit road.
Hey, one of y'all.
What's going on?
This isn't going to be in the broadcast, is it?
It absolutely is. You are live.
Hello.
Yeah, one of y'all jump down to the other room.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Dustin, take the helm for just a quick moment.
I got you, boo-boo. I got you.
We're doing this live.
So 125 scheduled laps is the distance. Probably one of the tougher tracks on the schedule. It's a tough track, but it's a driver's track. I thoroughly enjoy this track. I love that they brought it back to the iRacing service and rescan that, due in part to the efforts from Dale Earnhardt Jr. and company to get it clean, get it scanned. It's a good, it's a good track. But I tell you what, these drivers, we've touched base on it, they're going to have their hands full, folks. They are going to have their hands full. This car is struggling at this track. Pace car is down. Green flag flies. Bobby Hamilton Jr. leading the way. John Freeman to the outside as they send it off into turn number 1. And I tell you what, it's a little bit of a rocky start. Again, cold tires, pressure still trying to get up right now, but drivers so far so good, keeping it clean. As John Freeman out to an early lead, side-by-side battle with Corey Bigley, Bobby Hamilton Jr. as they come out of the corner.
Off a turn 4 to complete the first lap. And the driver of the 3/42 is going to take the first lap as Bobby Hamilton slides back to 4th now momentarily. The 52, Brandon Schumann checks up a little bit. They continue to run side by side into turn 3 and 4 here. The 11 of Ryan Chapman electing to take that 2nd to 3rd lane as well. Sweeps it down to the middle of the 2nd lane. And off of turn number 4, John Freeman leads the first 2 laps.
Yeah, Freeman out front right now, about a 2-car length lead over the 28 of Corey Bigley. And then again, Brandon Schumann back there starting a single file. But Jeremy, we have a big space right now going from about the right there just outside the top 10. You have a big space. They're really starting to space it out a little bit. Vincent Short is leading this pack right here with Steve Rada right behind him. But it looks like they're taking more of a conservative approach, Jeremy. Tire conservation, tire management. They've seen some of the downfalls of heated tires at this track, and it will jump out and bite you. But right now, I mean, we have a car coming down pit road, Jeremy, and that looks like it's a 71.
Hurt, no front end. Chase Rockford.
Chase Rockford. What happened to Chase Rockford? We're going to go back and find out.
Looseness already kicking in, possibly.
Oh, big time looseness. Yeah, right off of that corner. Turn 2 and straight down to the inside wall. Oh, my God. Demolished.
That's destruction, man. Even though it's a short gap between wall to wall, when you head down that way at a slope straightaway, you would just carry all that speed and destroyed he is. So no fast repairs here tonight. So Chase Rockford is done for the evening as we're now coming off a corner. Turn 4 for the 6th time. And the number 3, John Freeman, continuing to lead every single lap. We got Corey Bigley looking to get a little closer here. Likes to choose the bottom, but Bobby Hamilton Jr. goes to the top this time. A little switcher is going to bring the 5 back to P2 momentarily.
Yeah, number of drivers are electing to take that high line. You see Bobby Hamilton Jr., Ryan Chapman, Brandon Schumann all up on that high side. John Freeman has been up there as well. And Corey Bigley was making an attempt at trying to battle Freeman for that top spot. But the run that high line gets out of the corner, Bigley has fallen back and has now lost another spot, like you said, to the 25 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. And Jeremy, it looks like that high side is coming in. Drivers that are on that low side right now look like they are struggling for speed.
They're searching already, Dustin. They are too wide. They're going high. They're going low. Even Bobby, who just got to second place from the outside, he's still Chapman and Bigley close to just destroying one another. Somehow they came off of each other without a wreck. And Chapman hits the wall in turn 3. Now turn 4. There's contact number 1 out of my over or under 8 for the evening. Hey, that could have been huge.
Oh, that could have been real huge. Good heads-up driving by both drivers, both the 28 of Bigley, the 11 of Chapman. But that's the catch-22 of running that high side, Jeremy. This is, again, not a smooth track, so those bumps will naturally move that car up the track. You will naturally lose a little bit of grip, and if you lose just a little too much, that wall is not forgiving. It will bite you, and that's exactly what happened a little bit to Chapman there as he scraped the wall and then kind of scuffed it a little bit coming off of turn 4 as well.
Steve Rada hits the wall hard off a turn 2 exit this time as he backs it down behind the number 10 slash, is that number 10? Yeah.
Yeah, 10/17. It's 10 on the door, 17 on the tower. That's going to be Matt Nicholson.
Yeah, but there's actually a number 10 in the session, Rodney Roberts, but he's in car number 9 on the paint scheme.
That's the number that Steve Rada had because John Freeman came in and took his number. You got to bear with us, folks. Yeah, the numbers are all over.
It's literally a trifecta. The 10 is in the 17. The 9 is in the 10. And then the 3 is in the 9. So there's like 3 number swaps within 4 drivers. It's unreal out here. It's just...
They're swapping charters out here, man. Swapping charters.
And unless your name's Denny Hamlin or Front Row Motorsports, yeah, you can swap your charters around. Because you don't have those anymore. If you're those 2 teams. As of this week, they are free drivers, sir.
Oh my goodness. No. Freeman just demolished the outside wall.
No caution. The leader wrecks in front of everybody. And no
caution.
John Freeman is destroyed.
He can't turn. He's got no front steering right now. I mean, that's, yeah, he's trying to back it down, but I mean, with no front steering, the brakes are going to be jacked up as well. He's trying to get it back to pit road to not park it, because if he does park it down there, and the thing is, if he brings it to a stop even on the apron, iRacing still has a chance to throw that caution. That's why he's trying to stay moving to get to pit road to prevent that caution from coming out. Now he can sit here and come to a stop if he wants, and the caution won't come out because he is safely on pit road.
Man, we got to back and watch that replay. He overcorrected, shut up to the outside wall, and I've not seen a car in quite some time hit the wall by itself and launch all 4 wheels off the ground. This was an impressive contact off a turn 2.
Oh, he got loose going in. He pulled it down, and he was loose from the start. He's fighting it right now. You can tell he is weighing on that back right rear. When you see it yawn out that much and it's got that wobble to it, he's trying to save it, and he cannot get a hold of it, and there's that snap, that death snap, and my goodness, does he just ramp the outside wall there. How these cars missed him. Chapman misses him. Bobby Hamilton Jr. misses him. My God.
And that wall right there, that one he just hit twice now, has been destroyed by the 71 and the 42. And now, with that all cycling through, new race leader and your first or second lead change of the night. Corey Bigley, car number 28, has a half a second lead over Bobby Hamilton Jr. And Ryan Chapman slides up into third, Brandon Schumann up to fourth, and Dominic Bettini is currently your new top 5, 19 laps into this event.
Yeah, 19 laps into the event. Like you said, Bigley up front right now. He's electing to run about that second lane through the corners. We still see the 25 of Bobby Hamilton Jr., the 11 of Ryan Chapman. They're still running that upper groove right now. Bobby Hamilton changes it a little bit going through this set of corners right now. Starts in the mid, goes to the low. But like you said, Jeremy, they are searching right now. They're searching for grip. They're searching for that comfort and speed. It's got to be that mix between comfort and speed because they want to make sure that they maintain control, but you don't want to sacrifice the speed because drivers will drive away, and that's what's happening with some of these. Your top 3 right now, Jeremy, have spaced out and gapped the rest of the field, and even your top 2 are starting to gap and space out third place.
Yeah, you're seeing the nutrition side of things here. Is top 3 is gone. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th are all button up with one another. It's just a little 4-car pack. And then starting to space out again quite a bit till you get to around your 10th place. As we're kind of just cycling through the field. Here's driver number 10 / number 9 / your points leader, Rodney Roberts. Doing us dirty with this number situation going on here. Here's the 49. Dominic Bettini, who is in his correct number. Thank you, Dominic. Kind of following in behind Brandon Schumann here into turn number 1. And now this race is kind of mellowed out a little bit, Dustin.
Yeah, we have two cars that have they have. Oh, and as we Jeremy, as you say that, that's your points leader, Rodney Roberts, involved in that one. Vincent Short involved as well, and we have our first caution of the night. That's going to be a huge hit to the points leader. His front nose is demolished right now.
He did exactly what John Freeman did. Overcorrects at turn 2 exit. Hits a little ramp up the track, and all 4 wheels again come off the ground and just right in front of Vincent. You're going to see it right here.
Yep, there's that.
Slow motion.
Oh, almost identical to Freeman. Gee, and Vincent Short had nowhere to go. The second that Rodney Roberts, when those front tires gripped and it started going to the outside wall, Vincent Short had no chance at that point in time. Oh, man, unfortunate for both drivers.
And then that inside wall for the 3rd time gets demolished as the iRacing crew members are quick to work on the repairs on that inside wall and a couple of these race cars. So I don't know who's going to be with their damage repaired, but both drivers who've hit that wall so far, Dustin, have backed out of the session. They are done. I would expect that we're not going to see the return of the 9, or the 10 rather, and also the 15. So if they both cannot compete, which 15 might have a chance, we're going to be down to 11 cars after the 15 that started. And that's not looking good. Turn 2 is... I thought turn 4 is going to be more troublesome. Nope. Turn 2 looseness is wild right now.
And it really is. I mean, we've seen a couple cars scuff the turn 4 wall. You know, we talked about Ryan Chapman. Just gave it a little smooch, a little... and that was it. But turn 2, Jeremy, we talk about something known as coffin corner. Every track, usually in some way, shape, or form, whether it's, due to weather settings, whether it's, setups, always has that troublesome corner. And tonight, for the PSRA Fixed ARCA Series, it seems like turn 2 is that coffin corner. And the 9 and the 9 of Rodney Roberts, as we've seen right there live, does back it out. He is done. That is 3 cars that have retired behind the virtual pit wall, Jeremy. So, and that's a big hit because that's your points leader. I mean, 15. There are 15 cars in here. He's going to finish no worse than 13th, but that's a big points hit. He's been on a very consistent race finish since the start of the season, and this one here is going to be one of the ones he is going to look forward to forgetting about.
Yep, just kind of have to erase it after tonight and just move on. The 15, though, Vincent Short, who was involved in that wreck, he did not destroy the wall. He only destroyed the rear bumper of the number 9. His nose is pretty smashed in on the front, but they got a new bumper on there somehow from a junkyard. They rewrapped it. It looks halfway decent.
That might
And,
help. That might tighten the car up. I mean, they've been talking about loose cars. That might help.
Yeah, just put a little wing out there on the side of it, and it'll tighten that thing up real quick. And there we go. Back to green flag, resuming this race on lap 27. So just under 100 laps remains in race number 6 of the ProSim Racing Alliance Fixed ARCA Series at the virtual Rockingham Speedway. Halfway down the back, into turn 3. Here we go. Your top 3 separate once more. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. All within a blanket's throw. Loose off the corner for a couple of these drivers on the opening lap.
Yeah, again, every driver came down pit road, so these are fresh tires. That means that they are cold. They're not up to pressure. Oh, no! That's Peyton Wagner. Oh, man, there is a caution right there. Seen that right in the camera coming off of the corner. Just talked about cold tires, low-pressure tires. And Jeremy, it jumps out and bites hard as he was in a side-by-side battle with the 49 of Dominic Bettini there. And the rear end of that car just let loose, coming off, going over the bumps, cold pressure, or low pressures, cold temps, and just snaps it. And as you're going to watch him go all the way down, not as hard of an impact into that inside wall as we've seen happen to John Freeman or Rodney Roberts, but still impact nonetheless.
Yep. That wall is going to leave the server as well. It's done. Too much damage to the inside wall on the back straightaway. That was happening the same time I was actually watching Vincent Short in the 15. He plowed tight. You mentioned tight with his damage. Oh, he was feeling it. He so tight. Nailed the outside turn 2 wall on exit just because he couldn't turn the thing. So a lot more right side damage to the driver of the 15, and him and car number 8, Peyton, both down pit road for repairs on this caution cycle.
Yeah, I mean, it's when the car is that loose, being able to tighten it up with damage is a good thing. But like you said, Jeremy, I mean, obviously that damage has overly tightened that car. You have to have rotation in that thing. Otherwise, it's going to feel like you're driving a John Deere tractor out there around the corners. That thing's not going to want a corner. And that's exactly what's happening to Vincent Short right now. So he's going to come down, try to get some of that damage repaired, try to get some of that tightness worked out to where he can rotate that car and at least try to compete with the rest of these drivers here. Because, again, until that checkered flag flies, the race isn't over. You still have a chance at gaining some points.
Especially with the way things are playing out here, it is up for grabs for anyone to not only pick up good points, but potentially come out of this thing with a W when maybe you were 6th or 7th in practice and maybe 10th in qualifying. If everybody else wrecks in front of you, which there's a decent chance tonight, stay out. Do what you gotta do. Even if you're driving just a Crown Vic out here, and just make it happen. You might pick up spots you didn't think you were going to. We're going to re-rack them, Dustin. We got 1 lap to green. Going to be resuming this race on lap 32. Quick shout out to one of our partners here at Nerditudes. It's going to be iRacingIFlag.com. These guys, it's custom 3D printed 64 LED matrix display system. You see it there kind of on the background of that banner. It gives you all 30 different notifications from iRacing directly in a bright, vibrant 3 brightness setting display, and you can have any color filament you want, not only for the base but the casing itself. Plus you can add your number, your name, your logo, whatever you want on the base. Really cool, one of a kind, and you're going to find that at iRacingIFlag.com. And if you don't know who that is, well, you can also go to our website, nerditudes.gg, find our partner section, and the logo's there for you. Green flag, this thing is back underway. The 28 gets a nice start, jumps right in front of the number 11. Top 4 single file, 5th and 6th, 2x2.
Yeah, your top 4 single filed real quick there. But now we got a battle going on right now. The 65 of Keenan Kimber going against the 5, and that is going to be Mark Truxell. Those drivers trying to duke it out. Bobby Hamilton Jr. trying to figure out what lane to go in. He doesn't know which one's going to start surging forward, chooses the high side, It's going to be behind the 5 of Truxell there as he's trying to move forward. So, Jeremy, we officially have 3 cars out of the race right now. Vincent Short still in the race. Only car not on the lead lap. Got some of his much-needed damage fixed on there. Looks like he's able to rotate a little bit better in the corner now. So it's at least a little bit more drivable. The race won't be as miserable for him. And it might still feel like he's driving a Crown Vic, though. But you know what? At least he's keeping it between the line and the wall.
Yeah, he knew he had to sacrifice a lap to get that car repaired to where it's drivable, so he does that. And he's enough to get the lap back now. As we're watching the battle, at least I am, this race lead, man. Ryan Chapman, I think he just washed up on accident, but he pushed Corey Bigley way up the track in turn 3 from the left rear for that matter.
Schumann, good save.
Excellent save. Is going to cost him a position to Dominic Bettini. But man, oh man, that could have been tragic. The 28 holds the race lead side by side, 3rd and 4th.
Yeah,
loose again,
loose again for Schumann, and you're seeing that looseness there. Another good save. We've seen a lot of drivers when they got that wobble and those front tires grip, it has been race-ending damage, but he has saved it twice. Race lead up for grabs right now. Bigley on the inside, Chapman on the outside, duking it out, working through the corner right now, neck and neck. Jeremy, see a race lead change. Chapman is a new race leader for the first time tonight.
Led lap 37 for your 4th lead change. Oh, Corey, that could have been a lot worse, but he lifted just enough to barely scrape the
Just a
outside
smooch.
wall.
Just a smooch.
Just a smoochy kiss is what does. Oh, Bobby Hamilton Jr. now wall riding up in turn 3 and 4. Tags it slightly again off corner exit of 4. So another person trying to find the Kyle Larson line up there in 3 and 4. It is available, but it's a very fine line. And Dustin Vincent short the 15. DNF has backed out of tonight's session, so we're down to 11.
Oh, man. So it continues to go down. So we're going to ride on board here. Was it an incident on the track or was the damage just too much? Oh, it was an incident. Oh, yes, big time. Turn 2 claims another one, Coffin Corner, and it is living up to its name tonight, Jeremy.
Another one bites the wall.
Very
That's
good.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice touch. Nice touch.
Don't want to copyright anything, so we're gonna keep it right there.
In this track, I mean, this car and track combo is showing to be challenging for these drivers. They have their hands full, Jeremy. I do not envy these drivers out there right now with what they are battling, because these cars, we've seen it a number of times. We've seen the devastation out of Coffin Corner. We've seen these drivers make amazing saves at other tracks, and tonight with this track here, it's just, if that car starts sliding and it gets to a very short point, there's no coming back from it. And that is a very bad feeling for a driver, when you know in the back of your mind that if it gets past this point of safe return, there's no coming back from it, and it's a very short point of safe return.
And with that being said, we're going to jump to our first picture-in-picture commercial break. We'll be back.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy Jerky, the original booze-infused beef jerky with a pair. Now available.
Back full screen here on Nerd TV for race number 6 of the ProSim Racing Alliance Fixed ARCA Series on this fine Thursday evening, 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now, lap 52 of scheduled 125 laps is currently underway. Ryan Chapman, Corey Bigley on your screen. Most of that commercial break due to the fact that they've been putting up a very impressive 2-car race for the race lead. Looks like at the moment Corey's kind of backed it down a touch, but needless to say, he'll be back there. He's got the speed. It's just Dustin. When you're trying to pass a Rockingham and the leader takes the outside lane, it is so challenging to make that pass here.
And it really is. It really is. And like you said, Bigley is backing it up there, but you see him creeping back in, Jeremy. I'm kind of thinking that Bigley kind of woed it down there, let the tires cool off to make another stab. You see he does that crossover on the high side, pulls alongside the 11, side by side, going into turn 1 right now, working through turn 1. But here's that high side run, Jeremy, you were talking about, coming off corner exit, but Bigley able to maintain right there, just a nose on the inside. So this is the best chance that he's had, even during the commercial picture-in-picture break we were having for Corey Bigley.
Yeah, he made an attempt at it. Now he's going to back it down a little bit here. He was probably just doing exactly what you said, cooling off the tires for a lap or two, but back on the attack is the driver of the 28. Loses a little bit of ground to Ryan Chapman, rather, on the back stretch. Headed off into turn 3, all the way up against that white painted wall. Gets a great run. Quick jolt to the inside. Back 2x2. Race lead on lap 56.
Yeah, side by side. Chapman taking the high side right now. Bigley taking that low side. Is this going to pan out? That is going to be the question, and it does not pan out, but Bigley still has that nose in. So here's the thing, Jeremy. That inside line gets the preferred launch going in. They make and gain their ground on corner entry, but apex and corner exit, that high side typically prevails. But this time, Bigley able to have a little bit more. Moves up, try to get a little bit of side draft going off to try to slow up Chapman. They're still side by side. Chapman flirting with the wall. Might have been a little contact, but still maintains that momentum side by side as they come to the line.
Difference was .058. Ryan Chapman still currently holds the race lead. Great launch off of turn 2 from the outside lane. That's a dominant lane in comparison when you're side by side. Oh, Ryan does it too much into turn 3. Able to recover, though, nicely with a nice diamond effect there late into turn 3. Off of turn 4, straightens out the wheel, gets the launch, and still maintains the race lead on lap 59.
Yeah, side by side, Jeremy. These drivers have been doing this now for 2.5 laps straight, side by side. Bigley trying everything he can. Chapman just Larson lining it up there, maintaining that speed as they come off turn 4 again, still side by side. Chapman with the edge. Corey Bigley finally calls it quits on that, pulls it back in. But Jeremy, again, I think that's going to be a tire conservation, cooling those tires off. He's got to cool them off to sit here and let them go. And if Chapman is paying attention, he's going to do the same thing as Chapman gets in the wall. Little too high for the 11.
He's been flirting with it, and he finally found it. Now you know your limits. Keep that thing just below that mark now, and you should be A-okay as he continues around the outside there and gets not only solid center corner speed, but he gets that launch off the corner exit. So overall, just turn 1 and turn 2 working fantastic up on the outside. Corey Bigley runs the Kyle Larson line this time, but a little loose on exit. He gets a little bit of that extra power off the corner, but not enough to catch the number 11 as they both go up to the top in 1 and 2.
Yeah, both going up to the top. Bigley is just mimicking the line that Chapman is running right now. But it looks like he's going to try to set Chapman back into the wall again, but still somehow gets that nice diamond shot off of turn 4. And you see him space it out as Bigley kind of checked up a little bit when he's seen the sparks in contact between the 11 and the outside wall.
Corey back to the inside, gets a great run. Trying what he can, gets a little loose there. As you got the raceepi.com race telemetry. 128 is the lowest speed there in the center. 3 and 4, loosey-goosey goes Corey Bigley. And into the picture, Dominic Bettini coming out of nowhere. Right up now to the back bumper of the 28. It's a 3-car battle again.
Yeah, Bettini really trying, but I mean, he's just been back there riding. He's letting these drivers heat their tires up, use their stuff up. As long as he can maintain and just ride and stay in striking distance, he's playing a smart game right now, and it's working out. He is right there ready to go. He was going to try to make an attempt on the inside of Bigley there, but thought better of it. Just did not feel right on that corner entry. Maybe it was afraid that that car was going to slip up, didn't want to make contact, but Jeremy working lap 65 of 125, still plenty of time to go right now, but you're right, he is in striking distance right now as he's closing in on the 28.
He is there. Chapman bounces off a 3, gets tight, has to check up for 4, and now Corey has the position. You see the shadow of the number 11. Oh, it's going to be a tight one off of turn 2. Gives him a little bit of room. Brian Chapman hits the wall just a touch. Into turn 3, man, right up to it, up against the wall. He's going to go for a cross. No! Corey gets loose and he wrecks.
Oh,
The top
no.
2 are destroyed. Cautions out for the 3rd time this evening. Chapman gets loose, and with a great run from Corey, they just met up and could not avoid each other.
Oh, man. Such a great battle going on. And you see a little bit of a wall contact there. But Chapman trying to utilize that, and he makes the cut down using the banking to his advantage. Makes the cut down on the crossover. And you see the 28 get loose right in front of him. And Chapman was right there already with a very close delta and just no time to check up. Both the 28, the 11 go in there. Dominic Bettini makes a little contact with the 11 as he's spinning. Hard impact for both of those drivers, Jeremy. And it wasn't, like I said, I mean, it was hard racing. You know, we've seen cars get loose coming out of turn 4, and that's what happened with Bigley. Chapman he had no time to react and nowhere to go. I mean, it's a product of the track and the car. It's a racing incident.
Yeah, I was taking a couple extra views. I was listening to the drivers as well, chatting about this incident. And, you know, when you're the race leader and things happen, you're not happy about what happens, even though it was just simple looseness. But when you race so close quarters here at a track that's very tough, things are bound to happen. They did it for such a long time. So shout out to those two, Corey Bigley and Ryan Chapman, for duking it out for, 20-plus laps.
Oh, it was a great battle.
To pass each
Great.
other. Side by side, looseness, just utilizing multiple grooves. It was everything that you could ask for in this series. And then it's a shame that it comes to an end about the halfway mark.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, it was an amazing battle. I mean, it's the battle of attrition on that. You know, two differing lines. You had Chapman up there running that Larson line. You had Bigley trying the mid, trying the low. Side by side battle for not one, not two, not three, but 4+ laps of just every corner, every straightaway, side by side. It was a great battle. And like I said, you know, it's in the heat of the moment. As a driver, you get one perspective. The plus side up here, Jeremy, with us is we get multiple perspectives because we're the production crew. So we get to see it from different angles. And there wasn't anything that either one of those drivers did wrong. There wasn't anything that that they really could have done. You know, Bigley didn't know that the car was going to get loose. He did what he could to save it, and it passed that point of safe return and just started, you know, snapping on it. Chapman had no time to, you know, to react, to try to get out of the way there because he was coming off of that wall kiss and using that you know, banking to try to propel himself. So his delta was already increased, catching up to the 28. It was a product of multiple variables that it was out of the control of both drivers.
It really was. And let's see if we can get some more of that. Of course, not those two. Ryan Chapman's out. Corey Bigley's got some damage, but he's getting that thing repaired where he can. And green flag is back in the air here. 10. There's 10 cars remaining in this race. Gets through turn 1, turn 2, loose. One car into the wall in the back. And just like that, everybody goes single file into turn 3.
Yeah, single file into turn 3. Dominic Bettini right now taking the lead over after the two leaders had contact, a racing deal contact, product of, again, the looseness we've seen pretty much every driver deal with tonight. And he's taking the lead right now. But I tell you what, Brandon Schumann, Bobby Hamilton Jr., hungry drivers back there. And look at the 8 of Peyton Wagner. We've seen him get loose out of turn 2 and just hit the wall on the inside. But Jeremy, he's gotten that thing repaired. Now he's up in this top 5, battling, nipping at the heels of Bobby Hamilton Jr.
He's digging, man. In that wreck, he said, I'm good. I can get this thing repaired. His crew did a fantastic job. Now on lap 72 of scheduled 125, and he is flying with a new opportunity for this race when the two fastest guys crashed out, and Corey Bigley just jumped out of the session, by the way. So now we're down to 9 drivers in this race. There was a rule that was stated in the drivers' meeting, Dustin. I'm going to bring it up. If there was 6 drivers or less with over 25 to go, they will throw a caution to restack them and just have a 25-lap shootout at that moment in time, no matter how many laps are left in the session. So we're down to that 3 cars left mark before we see that. Hopefully we don't, but it is in there. And there are, the number 8 hits the wall hard after getting that thing repaired. And now he's going to fall to the clutches of the number 5, Mark Truxell.
Yeah, again, very tight coming off that corner. Little bit of contact could be a variable in the result of a little bit of that damage that he got from that earlier wreck there. That was front nose damage. We've seen how much it affected the 15 of Vincent Short, where it tightened that car up way too much, and it looks like that might be the same kind of stigma that the 8 is battling with right now, but still holding strong in that top 5. So excellent rebound for the driver, the number 8, Peyton Wagner. Up front, though, still Dominic Bettini, Brandon Schumann, Bobby Hamilton Jr., still your front 3 right now on the podium.
Pretty spaced out, I would say, too. I think we're going to fire up a thing we haven't done in quite a few weeks. Turn up the tunes. We're going to listen to these cars go on Rockingham Speedway. We'll be right back. And that was turn up the twos, and that also was a slam to the outside wall. We saw Brandon do it half a lap ago. Now we saw, I think, the 8 again. Mr. Peyton Wagner do it again. A couple times he's hit that wall on this round of green flag laps. Lap 86 on schedule 125, so that marks 40 laps remaining in race 6 here for the PSRA Fixed ARCA Series. Still have our 9 drivers left in this thing. Top 2 really just long gone. Everybody else, look at them, they're just too wide still. Brawling it out here for right around the 5th place.
Yeah, and oh man, Wagner into the wall again. I'm saying that I mean, we've seen a couple drivers get into it, but I'm saying he is still battling some repercussions from that earlier damage that he acquired in one of the earlier cautions, Jeremy, because that car is just, I mean, it is plowing the corners and inevitably leading to him plowing the wall as well. It's tough. I mean, he's searching, he's trying, but Jeremy, we've seen handling issues there. Oh man, seen the what was that, Ingram? Yeah, Joshua Ingram in the 16. It's 56 on the side, but 16 on the scoring tower got into the wall as well. I think we've seen about everybody get into the wall at this time, so I think our over-under on wall hits at 8 being over, we definitely hit that, Jeremy.
Yeah, absolutely. We are long past that number. Turn 4 specifically, I think we're close to it, but overall this track is just taking a beating. Doesn't matter if you're the inside wall, the outside wall, cars, whatever the case is. This has been a very rough race for quite a bit of drivers. 2/3 into this thing as the top 2 are long gone from 3rd and 4th and 5th technically. Oh, he gets loose there in the back.
Matt Nicholson.
Matt Nicholson, he's spaced himself out. Position number 5 started 8th. He's up 3 spots. Looking back, here's Mark Truxell in car number 5 from 13th to 4th, 9 positions up. So in a healthy spot right now, considering you started almost dead last in this thing.
Yeah, and he's been slowly working his way up. He's been doing a fantastic job. Was battling the 25 of Bobby Hamilton Jr., but now just kind of riding. I mean, he's solidly in the top 5, running P4 right now in that number 5 machine. But, I mean, there's still time. Working lap 92 of 125, Jeremy, so we're getting closer to that 25 laps left in the race. So, I mean, these drivers are doing a fantastic job to try to get this race to go full distance the way that every driver would love to see a race going, except for maybe Dominic Bettini, because right now he's been in a heated battle with Schumann. So, I mean, he might like a rain-shortened race, but I don't know. He might not. I mean, it's Jeremy, you and I, we are drivers that we love good battles like this, especially if we're one of the drivers. We absolutely love it.
Matt Nicholson, position number 5, car 17, destroyed. If you do the Nerd TV rewind, we can see how much damage he just endured off this turn 2 impact. Let's see if we can get a good look at this one here. Go all the way down to the apron line.
Oh, jeez. That picked the left side up. That entire left front lifted up off the ground based off that impact.
Yep, and as you were viewing that, Bob Hamilton Jr. probably with the save of the season. Kick it back a half lap for this guy as we're going to hit the rewind button plenty of times here in this segment. Look at this. He saves it, Dustin. He was a good 30 degrees cockeyed.
Woo! Hold on to it, Bobby. Hold on to it. And he does a fantastic job doing so. Man, he had that thing just slipping and sliding, but still maintains. Good save by the 25.
Cole Ainsley, our normal Thursday commentator, is on the YouTube saying sorry he cannot make the booth tonight. But then he also gives us a little tip. He says, Mark's a great long run guy and very good at saving his stuff at the end. Mark being Mark Truxell, guy who is now up 10 spots in 3rd place, 1.3 seconds out. As the race lead is continuing to be side by side, Dustin. We are having a chance, maybe Mark getting to it.
Yeah, and this is very reminiscent to the battle we've seen between Bigsley and Chapman as Schumann gets loose on the inside there. loses his momentum. But that was, again, a battle that very reminiscent. And Truxell's finding himself in the situation that Bettini found himself in when Chapman and Bigley were racing. He's just watching these guys race and just slowly, just methodically bringing them in closer and closer and closer the more that these guys battle it out like that.
He's gained 2/10 in the past 2 laps. So 1 second now is the difference between third place and your race leader, as Dominic goes way out to the outside wall like Corey was doing about 20 or 30 laps ago. At the line this time, lap 99, scheduled 125, so 27 laps remain in race number 6 here for PSRA. And that time staled. Mark Truxell still at 1 second back as the 49 kind of separates himself from Brandon Schumann.
Yeah, big separation there. It seems like after that looseness that Schumann had coming out of the corner about a lap and a half, 2 laps ago, might have heated the tires up a little bit more than what he would like, and has separated himself from Dominic Bettini. So Colt Ainsley says there's a huge bump coming out of 2. You better believe there is, and that's why turn 2 tonight has been dubbed Coffin Corner, because you're right. He says catches a lot of people out, and it has. That is why we have had so many drivers have to succumb to damage and pull their simulated cars back behind the pit wall. Turn 2 has been the culprit. Mr. Coffin Corner. And Bettini loose out of there. That's going to cost him a position, but he saves the car, Jeremy.
Great save. Man, that's going to cost him the race lead, though. Bring Mark right into the picture. Brandon Schumann's going to take the race lead for the first time tonight. Driver of the 52 takes it with 24 laps remaining. Mark Truxell now in the picture of maybe taking second place. Is either Dominic has to let those tires cool off, or maybe he's got grip in that thing still. He's maintaining his pace right now with the 52.
Yeah, he's maintaining the pace there, but he's got to recollect himself. He's got to refocus again. Bettini could do it. Again, when you have a pucker moment like that, and folks, when I'm talking a pucker moment, when these cars kick loose like that, and it goes just to straight instinct, your butt cheeks pucker up tighter than what you would ever believe. He's got to get relaxed again, get back in the groove, and get back into chasing down that 52.
And got Colt Ainsley back on YouTube saying there's a huge bump out of turn 2. Catches a lot of people. Well, let me tell you, Colt, if you go back and watch this broadcast, you will see what that bump does to cars and how much destruction it brings with it. You've had 2 cars airborne off a car contact to the outside wall by themselves. So it's been a wild turn 2, Coffin Corner. Here this evening, the 49 looking to the inside of the 52 as the 52 drives it below halfway on the front straightaway. Mark to the inside, top 2 to the outside. Searching for grip out here.
You cracked me up, Jeremy. You did not hear anything that I said. I had covered that like 2 comments ago.
You sure did.
I sure did. Jeremy's like, nah, I'm going to redo it.
I wanted to get that thought in there.
Yeah, my man. I love it. You know what? That's why I enjoy it. But, Jeremy, one thing is, I mean, these 3 drivers, like, they're gone. It is these 3 drivers right now, and then Bobby Hamilton Jr., 4.8 seconds out. He's off in an island on his own. He's in his own little zip code right now. No pressure in the front, no pressure from behind. The next nearest person to him is the driver of that 17 on the tower, 10 on the car, Matt Nicholson. And he's on an island by himself. Like, we are super spaced out. Look, nothing behind him.
He's destroyed, man, after that wall contact. He's entering the corners low. He's sweeping them high. He's just logging laps out here, basically. All
surviving.
Having some fun. He's moving around the car left and right on the front straightaway. He's just doing his stuff, but this race lead is still, it's there. Side by side.
Oh!
Corner loose the 49 gets. Cannot make the pass. It's going to have to happen off of turn 4. Turn 2 is so difficult.
Oh, the 52 Schumann got loose, too.
Handling ill all over the map here. At the line, 16 laps to go. This thing's getting really good.
Oh, yeah. These guys are fighting it out. Both drivers on the last lap coming out of turn 2. Both had the wobbles on there. And again, Mark Truxell just back here, just watching, just seeing what's going on. He's seeing these two battling it. And Jeremy, here's the thing. These two are battling it. You know, Bettini has to change his line to try to get a run in, to try to pass the 52 of Schumann. Schumann is sitting here and running a harder line, heating his tires up, trying to stay out in front. Mark Truxell's back here saying, gentlemen, I can run whatever line I want. I can sit here and let off when I want. I'm riding right now. That's exactly what he's doing. I'm telling you, if things keep playing the way they are, I'm putting my money on the 5. He is in that money seat right now. He is watching these guys battle it out, and he is not heating his tires up. He is going to save that for the very end.
49 is trying so hard. He is just... Oh, Braden gets a little tight there in the turn 3 entrance. Has to back it down, but he gets that nice straight launch off corner turn 4. But all 3 of them now within less than a car length into turn 1. The 49 goes to the bottom. The 5 and 52 stay to the top. 14 laps to go. Now 13 and a half. The 49 trying turn 1 and turn 2 again. I think he needs to focus on this set of corners. 3 and 4. You see the sparks coming off the bottom of the 52 as he drags it around the outside lane. Side by side, continuous. Nope, not enough. He just goes back. He's got to set up turn 3 and 4, Dustin, I do believe.
Yeah, the run off of turn 4 on that high side is such a tough thing to try to overcome on that midline. Oh, man, both drivers make a little wall contact there. Huge contact by the 52 of Schumann. That's going to put the 49 of Bettini side by side, but he has to back it down a little bit, loses momentum. Truxell now coming into the picture. He's almost got a fender on the outside of the 49 of Bettini. We got a 3-car battle for the lead right now, Jeremy.
Anytime Truxell gets a little momentum and gets there, they get a great launch off the next corner and separate themselves from the 5. So the 5 is just struggling on overall speed to make any effort to crack second or first place at the line. It's going to be 11 laps remaining, 11 miles left in this race. Side by side, the 49 Dominic, he feels confident he can do it in 1 and 2, but every time he can't do it. And here comes the 5 now.
Yeah, well, and you were talking about the 5. The issue is, Jeremy, I don't think it had anything to do with speed on that one. It's just that whatever line he was running, both drivers were running different lines. And there's no way for him to sit here and try to get around. You know, if he tries to go to the outside of the 49, that outside lane is stuffed up with the 52 of Schumann. If he tries to go to the inside, you know, that's stuffed up with the 49 of Bettini. So he's kind of stuck here and doesn't want to push it 3 wide, especially with the way these cars have been handling.
100%. Colt back on there saying Bettini killing the rears, sliding out of the corners. Yeah, he's trying, man. He's trying so hard.
Oh, speaking of it, that might have been too much. Oh, good save, though. Good save by Bettini.
He needed to go for 3 and 4. I think that was what. It's just so difficult, Dustin. The outside of turn 2 is dominant because it's a sharp exit. And then so when you get that launch, that apex, diamond shape from turn 2 center to exit, you carry about 5 mile an hour extra, and it's such a good momentum. 3 and 4, it's a lot easier to make it happen if you're going to try it. And here we go. We're going to see if Mark can maybe tackle this and how to do it correctly. He's there, Dustin. He might have a shot.
I think he's got a very good shot, Jeremy. He has not been heating his tires up. He's been riding back there. He's got 7 laps, still has a little bit of a buffer. You got to remember the 15 of Schumann, not saying that he's out of contention. He's not out of contention by any means, but the 15 of Schumann has been in a 15-lap solid battle with the 49 of Bettini. So his tires right now, way more heated than that of the 5 of Truxell. Truxell right now just trying to size up the 52, see how he's going to tackle this. I mean, he's got the runs. He closes in. Look at the close rate on corner exit that he gets. He's got a better bite. And a crossover there, he's going to try to take the low side right now, but definitely deep dive on that inside, Jeremy. He lost a lot of momentum.
Making a great effort here. Who is going to come out on top of race number 6? 5 laps remaining here. The 49 trying to get back to him, just does not have enough time nor the grip in those rear tires to make it happen. Mark is giving up a lot of time right here. He's back 3-4 car lengths on the back straightaway. Closing in a little bit here in turn 4. But all in all, the 5 just really needs to hit every mark possible, or else I think Brandon's going to take this one home.
Yeah, and I feel, and I mean, Colt Ainsley is talking about Truxell as well, saying he's very careful and calculated. That fallback, Jeremy, I think he's sizing up the 52. He's trying to build that run because then he can run whatever line he wants, and if he times it right, he's going to be able to put the nose where he wants, and I feel that's what he's trying to do. 3 laps to go this time by. 52 Schumann still leads the way. Mark Truxell in the 5, wall scrape from the 52 is Schumann, but Truxell in second place, and Bettini working his way back into the picture.
Yeah, he's 3 car lengths now behind Mark as they run identical lines here in turn 3 and 4. The 5 closes in a little bit here. 2 laps remaining. 3 car lengths is the advantage of the 52 and the 5. Mark goes to the inside, gets to the left rear, has to check up a little bit, as the 52 had to check up on his corner exit. But here comes the 49.
Yeah, Bettini working back into the picture there, has to check up. He had a really good run, but Truxell trying to put the nose on the inside, just not enough. Right now, Schumann, white flag flies, final lap. We are going full distance, folks. These 3 drivers, 2 more corners after this one to decide. 52 hard into the wall. This could be Truxell's chance. Truxell to the inside as he goes. Bettini follows through. Bettini drifts up. Contact made. That's going to slow it up right now. Truxell coming off of turn 4 will take the win. Wow. All the laps led, and a wall hit out of turn 2 is what cost the 52 the checkered flag at the end.
I thought he was going to get a launch of his lifetime off of turn 3 and 4, but then the 49 just dismantled that idea and stuffed him, and it costed him the victory, I think. But the number 5 made a great effort nonetheless, and he got a little assistance from the 49 and gets it done tonight. Mark Truxell, winner for race number 6. And I'm going to go back and take a look at my stats just to make sure, and yes, this will be his first win of the season.
What a win. Calculated, weighted there. Again, a little bit of help from, just tires that had just hit their limit. Wall scrape was enough to slow down the 52. Excellent attempt and effort from the 52 of Brandon Schumann, though. Gave a hell of an effort there. Still brought it home P2. With as many struggles, not a bad finish at all. Not one to hang your head low on at all. And Dominic Bettini was leading there, good battling with the 52 of Schumann. Got loose out of the corner. Excellent save. Was there at the end. Just gave it everything he could and just drifted up and made contact there to, just seal the deal and put the nails in the coffin there for every other driver besides that man right there, driver of the number 5, Mark Truxell.
Excellent job there. Burned him down. I think he's either out of fuel or just coasting. But either way, here's the unofficial results for tonight's race. Mark Truxell, Brandon Schumann, and Dominic Bettini is your top 3 podium. 4th place, Bobby Hamilton Jr. Congrats, Bobby. You finished the race. Matt Nicholson, 5th place. Joshua Ingram in 6th. Steve Rada, 7th. Peyton Wagner, 8th. Keenan Kimber in 9th. Corey Bigley, 10th. Ryan Chapman, 11th. Vincent Short, 12th. Rodney Roberts, 13th. John Freeman and Chase Rockford round out the 15-car lineup here. And I know we did it last night where we just brought him in. Let's see. I got 2. Let's see if I have Dominic available. I don't. So we're going to jump straight into 2nd place, right from his team channel, Elevated Esports, Brandon Schumann. Let's get him on here. Brandon Schumann, this is Jeremy Dustin in the booth. What's going on, man? Brandon, this is Jeremy in the Nerd TV booth. You got a copy?
Nope.
We don't. So we're going to put him back in the waiting room. And I think actually Brandon is available. So we're going to, or not Brandon, but Dominic. So we're going to go ahead and flip-flop him here. Dominic, this is Jeremy in the Nerd TV booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I hear you. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir. We got you here. The nickname threw me off for a moment, but I see the 49 at the end, so I kind of just figured. That would have been you, man. Great stuff out there tonight. Whenever Ryan Chapman and Corey Bigley got into it, it kind of opened the door for a new potential winner, even though you were kind of already in that range. Walk us through those last probably 20, 30 laps, and what could have you done different to secure that top spot?
Couldn't have gotten a loose out of 2. That's really just what it was. I feel like I threw that one away. Some of those other races I finished up front and interviewed you. I felt like we're kind of lucky, but this one was just on pace, and I felt like I had the truck or the car to win tonight. Really just fighting physical fatigue. I did a Bristol race right before this, and the last 30 laps or so, my hand was falling asleep, and it was fun holding up there. It was great. And it's honestly kind of a good feeling to be disappointed with the top 3, but win would be much nicer.
Race car drivers are wild. You do a Bristol race to warm up for a Rockingham race is insane. So, with all that being said,
Dedication, man. Dedication, Bettini. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
Trying to get these short track skills up, and I love these races on old surfaces, long runs, and it comes down to driver talent. I feel like I have that's really where I shine, and I feel like I could have won here tonight and just didn't. Driver mistake, and just got to get better.
do you think the way you ran the corners kind of built up to the moment when you got loose off of turn 2, or was it just like one of those random snap loose situations with that bump out there?
I was just fighting, to be honest. I had some friends in my ear, shout out to them, that were trying to coach me through it, and I was just mostly just tired. Really, I pushed it too hard. That's really where it came down to. I put the throttle down too much, and I was trying to run the bottom to try to save tires as much as I can because I knew the outside was going to tear them up. Tried to move up top just to keep the cars around me from passing me, and just left that track position, didn't get it back.
All right, man. Well, congrats once more there. Any shout outs that you want to give out before we let you go here tonight?
Hey, I like to thank my buddies, Derek, Rodney, Jason, Aaron, my teammates, Peyton, Keenan, and if I'm forgetting any, my mom might be watching. I sent her the link to this, so it's friggin' 10:13, so maybe not, but wish I could win one in North Carolina for you. We went to Rockingham, so it would have been special, but come back next Sunday and see if I can get one.
Yeah, man. Go ahead and get to it, and maybe we'll talk to you in P1 next week. Have a good rest of your night.
You too.
Thank you. Now, I did move Brandon out into the waiting room. I'm not sure if he's back in. We're going to give him one more chance. One more chance at the P2 interview. Brandon, on a second try. This is Jeremy the Booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, he's there, man. Congratulations, P2 runner-up spot here tonight. When the moment became between you, Mark, and Dominic, you guys put on a hell of a race. Talk about those last few laps, man. It looks like y'all had it sealed up. You were pushing the edge, running right up there against the wall, doing what you can to maximize your speed. And then turn 2 has, I think, struck everyone tonight, including yourself. There were just a few laps remaining.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, turn 2 it just struck. I was too focused on trying to give Mark the dirty air, and coming off of 2, wasn't really too worried about my line on the exit. And when I decided I was gonna block his air, I looked and there was the wall and packed me off, and then figured I would have had a shot in 3, but Dominic got a little loose there and kind of tagged me, and there it went away. Just wish I didn't do it, but I'll take it. It's a good points day because a couple guys in front of me in points wrecked out, so I'll take the second. I'm fine with it.
You know what? I tell you what, that's what I was talking to Jeremy about. I'm like, you know what? Second place here, that is not something to hang your head low on. I mean, you guys put on a hell of a show. I mean, Chapman and Bigsley put on a hell of a show up there for the lead for, like 15, 20 laps. You 3 put on just a clinic of a show up there, running different lines, scraping the wall. Tell us a little bit about the track. I mean, it seemed like handling was a big thing. I heard in practice and drivers meeting loose. We know that this is a very, shall we say, seasoned track. It is not the smoothest. There's bumps everywhere. How difficult was it as a driver, from the driver's perspective, to tackle this track in this car. And not only that, but to maintain focus to stay out there in the lead for as many laps as what you did.
You know, it's all a mind game because you got to just sit there and focus and run your line, and you know, the lines change. The lines may change every other lap. You know, the bottom might be faster in 3 and 4 this lap, but then the top might be faster in 3 and 4 the next couple laps, and even the same way in 1 and 2. You know, like I'd get runs on guys on the bottom after running the top for a few laps, but then I can run the bottom for a few laps patiently and run the top as hard as I was before.
Yeah, man. Well, you did a fantastic job out there tonight. It sucks that turn 2 got you there, but you guys just put on a great race. You, the 5 and the 49, just great showing. Any final thoughts you want to give out, or shout outs, or anything to say before we let you go?
No, just shout out to my parents for always watching, always believing in me. Want to shout you guys out here at Nerdy Tubes for always putting on an amazing broadcast. I always end up watching these races the next day at work. And then want to shout out Scott Icon Apparel for sponsoring as well, and want to shout out Ryan for allowing me to race with him in this league.
All right, man. We'll get some rest there. It's a tough battle, and we'll regroup next Wednesday, or next Thursday, rather.
Alrighty, thank you guys.
Yes, sir. Nerdy Tubes, Dustin. We got another rendition of her name.
I love it. You know what? I love these interpretations, man. It's awesome. I love it.
Was that a collab? Did he say tubes, like YouTubes, but Nerdy Tubes? I think that's what
I don't know. Should we trademark that one too? I mean, that one's not bad. I like that one too. You know what? Why not? We'll go through 6 months, 8 months of trademark.
Just pay for it. Yeah, why not? It's fine. We do things here, even if it's worth it or not. But it's all good.
I love it. I love it.
It's so much fun. But now, the man that's been cheered on by multiple guys, we're gonna bring him into victory lane.
Man, I called it, man. I said he was in the money seat.
Money seat Mark. Money Mark out here taking the first checker flag in the 6th race of the season. Mark, congratulations.
I appreciate it. It's been a long time coming, I'll tell you. It sure took the weight off my shoulders.
Well, let that be the most comfortable feeling that you're going to have here tonight. We had Colt Ainsley not in the booth, but he was in the YouTube chat saying, "Go, Mark." He kept saying that you were going to be that guy that was going to steal this one. Even if you were 1.5 seconds out, he's like, Mark's saving his tires. He knows what he's doing. And sure enough, you showed up. The 49 made a mistake. The 52 made a mistake. And you did your part. So walk us through those last 15, 20 laps and getting that checker flag.
Yeah, it was quite the battle. You know, just had to search all over the racetrack and never really could find a line where you'd gain anything. And if you did, it's pretty hard to hit it twice. But, yeah, finally got up to 52 there, and he brushed the wall there on the white flag lap, and it just killed his momentum just enough for me to get on by and get the DNA Restorations Chevrolet or Ford into the victory lane.
How was turn 2 for you? I don't think on camera we caught you making a single mistake, and everybody else got wrecked one way or another off that turn 2 bump. How were you able to be so smooth over that set of corners and bumps there?
I kind of, if I hit the low line, I kind of like back the car in, so to speak, kind of pitch it sideways a little bit before I go in. That way it's already turned, you know, about center corner. But up high, I just kind of let it roll up around the gray and just ease on the throttle because it's so easy to get loose around here, you know. That's how I got around a few guys getting loose in front of me. They saved it, as far as I know. But, yeah. It's just so easy to get loose, but yeah, that's usually how I get around the bottom here. Is just kind of pitch her sideways a little bit going in turn 1.
There we go. And Dustin, you got anything for our race winner tonight?
I tell you what, it's I believe the words from Colt were careful and calculated to explain your approach to a lot of races. So the Colt has given us a lot of insight, and with about, what was it, Jeremy? It was about 15 laps or so to go, and I called you out and I said I think Mark is in that money seat right now. He's watching the two in front of him burn their stuff up, and you could just run whatever line you wanted and maintain and not heat your tires up. When it was coming down to that point, and you seen both Bettini and Schumann battling as hard as what it was, and you were still maintaining. What was going through your mind? Because it looked like you tried a couple times to see what lane you were going to try to go up there and make an attempt, but both lanes were blocked. So how were you mentally prepping yourself for trying to get your way by them if the turn 2 on the white flag lap situation didn't happen?
Well, when they were racing pretty tight, I was trying to stay a good 2 or 3 car lengths back. If something did happen, I'd be able to hopefully move out of the way, but not take all 3 of us. But those guys did a pretty good job battling up there. Got a little sideways a couple times in front of me, but not too much to worry about, and it was quite the battle. I congratulate both of them.
Yeah, fantastic battle between you, 52, and the 49. But floor is yours, dude. Any final shout-outs, thoughts, anything before we let you go?
Yeah, well, appreciate you guys doing the broadcast, and Buddy Colt putting in some kind words for me. Bobby Hamilton for putting me on his team this year, and hope to get a few more checker flags and see how the season goes.
And how about Bobby Hamilton finishing a race tonight too, at one of the toughest tracks, man? How about that?
Probably because he's been here more than any of us, right?
That's right. That's right. So, no, man, congratulations. I mean, it was awesome to watch. It was probably one of the best races we've seen. Some of the best battling for the lead that we have seen in a number of weeks here. And I think it was a product of the track and the car, man. But you guys put on a hell of a show. Love seeing it. Look to see what you can bring out next Thursday as we come back in action. But congratulations again, Mark. Appreciate you, and we will see you on the track next week.
All right, guys, I appreciate it. Just happy to get BHR and Victory Lane tonight. Good deal.
Absolutely.
All right, have a good night, sir. Speaking of action next week, Dustin, we are live from another abrasive, old, beaten-up track known as North Wilkesboro.
North Wilkesy, let's go. I'll be sure to spell the name right this time on the broadcast so I don't have to change. You thought I forgot, didn't you? No, I didn't forget, my man. I didn't forget. Hey, we all make mistakes too, even the producers, all right? We can't be spot on all the time, so even though Jeremy wants me to be spot on all the time, but it's all right.
It's only one simple thing to ask, right? Like, should be down for that, but you never know. But yeah, North Wilkesboro, Watkins Glen, and then an off week is the next 3 weeks here as we roll into August afterwards. And
That's going to be a good one. I tell you what, I mean, tonight, I had my doubts, with the way that the cars were struggling to handle the track, the bumpiness, the abrasiveness. But I tell you what, I mean, these drivers put on a hell of a show tonight. I mean, they did an excellent job. Next week is going to be a good show. You know me, Jeremy, I'm not super big on road courses, but Watkins Glen, love that circuit. It's definitely, I do. And it's that I have high hopes for these drivers at Watkins Glen. So it's going to be a good one for sure.
Guys, tune in. It's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central for these next 2 weeks before the off week. On YouTube only, on the Nerdy Tubes, is what Schumann would call this.
See, that's how we work it in. I'm telling you, man, Schumann's onto something. Schumann is onto something.
That brain there.
Big brain.
Giving us ideas. So we're gonna close this thing down. Great race overall. Fantastic stuff out here tonight. I love to see it. Let's hope North Wilkesboro does the same thing. Until then, you're gonna catch us live this Sunday for the Global Racing League Truck Series, a little earlier than our weekday stuff. It's going to be 7 Eastern, 6 Central, and that's going to be truck racing live on the Nerdy Tubes. All right, man. Have a good rest of your night. Stay safe. Get your nerd on. Dustin, what you got for him?
And as always, it's not goodbye. It's just till next time. Stay nerdy.
Back when nothing truly